Alright, looks like I'm live. I am not entirely sure what is happening. Alrighty. I guess I'll set this up. Alrighty. Manifold 2 first. Wait, what?
Villages, they still have them, or at least you the Enderpearl one.
Is it elemental first or is it manifold first?
It's elemental first. Do you know if you got the right map for manifolds? It's easy.
Because this is the place.
Spark hasn't said anything.
Okay.
Yeah, Spark hasn't said anything to me yet, so it's gonna
That's
actually
really annoying.
up. Is Chris around? Do you know?
I don't know. You could probably message him and see what happens, but
No, but Sub, should I do the villages? Or should you?
What do you mean do them?
Well, like block them up.
You should do them if you're as.
Alright, so this is gonna be a throwdown between Make-A-Wish and Muck Fatsuzen. They're gonna be playing a best of 3. First map, quality race full. First map is gonna be Elemental. Second map is gonna be Manifold Mania 2, and then if there needs to be a tiebreaker, the third map is gonna be Arcane Realms. So, yeah, I'm gonna be getting underway soon. I think maybe I don't know. Well, they're still getting ready. I guess I can do a quick tour of the map. I'm not entirely familiar with it, but I can give a nice little informative tour for if anyone isn't. This is Elemental. The main theme of the map is this house, or the main gimmick of the map is this house. You choose any 2 of the 4 elements, and each of the elements contains, yeah, it is kind of random. Each of the different elements contains a different chest with different supplies in them. You only choose 2 of them. The 4 chests. This is the earth chest with a diamond pick, diamond axe, a bunch of wood, some leaves, some vines. The water chest has some awkward potions, a diamond helmet with aqua affinity and knockback resistance, water bucket, a bunch of ice, a bunch of blocks, diamond sword, and some nice fire resistance. The lava chest contains a Flame 10 Infinity 10 bow with 3 shots on it, a bunch of TNT, some blast protection pants, and some redstone. And then the air chest has an Enderpearl, feather falling boots with plus 40% speed, as well as a bunch of jump boost potions, and then a punch bow with 5 shots on it, and then some blocks. So teams are going to choose 2 of the 4 of them to give them a certain advantage on some of the walls. At the start we have resources. The entrance is down here. They're pretty standard resources. They are bedrocked off now. Here's the iron room, 4 iron blocks and some lapis and some nice golden pickaxes. Gold room, some more golden pickaxes. Diamond room with 3 diamond blocks, all at the very back, so it'll be a little more difficult to cannon them unless you're like right above it, right inside of it. So it'll be a little more difficult to cannon. This is the, come on, that's a cannon chest, I'm pretty sure. I can't open it apparently, but I'm pretty sure that's a cannon chest. Are you on the map? What are the rosters, by the way? do? I mean, not everyone's on the match, but it seems like Muck Fatsuzen is Muck, Contronaut, Strange, and Matsuzen. And Make-A-Wish is Ski Trip, Subatomic Panda, Spy the Medic, and Charberg. Oh, it's Strange. Okay, I guess Strange is... no, the left team is Sean, Ski Trip, Subatomic Panda, and Spy the Medic. I'm not entirely sure. I guess we'll see whenever this match actually happens. And once we get started. So anyway, those are resources. There's not too much of a choke point anywhere. There's this wall that's not too difficult to get around because of the axes in the spawn chest. Alrighty, first wall is inside of here. It's mostly a PvE wall. There are some nasty skeletons with some flame bows. But for the most part, it's not too long. Water buckets will help. Fire resistance will help. There's... he has to crab. No W key. Oh, okay, anyway. There's this upward section that's really difficult to get past. Some diamond pants on the skeletons now. Some charged creepers, and then the wool box is through here, and you have to climb up, and this is the wool box. For red wool, there's some villagers with some trades. I can't access any of them, but I'm pretty sure one of them trades ender pearls. We'll be able to see them whenever the match actually starts. Alrighty, there's some secondary resources down here. The entrance is up here. And there's some iron blocks, zombie spawner, some basic supplies, some diamond blocks, some diamond ore, and a zombie spawner. And then we have a nice little hill. There's some, pretty sure those are cannon supplies as well. There's a cave in the middle with the entrance to second wall. It's a PvP wall. You have to dig through some sections, go up, and it's pretty straightforward. Doesn't seem too difficult, but probably end up being locked down. So yeah, looks kind of long, but pretty straightforward. And yeah, with the blue wool in here. And then after the hill, you have a nice little green area with a nice little house and a little bunker with some food in it. Some obsidian in here, so there's most of the supplies for enchanting over here. And then here we have third wool. It's some islands, it's void wool, and you have to make it all the way across with the lime wool in here. And then what we saw at the beginning, we have the Victory Monument in the sky. There's also a TNT spawner, hereby not liable for monument lockdowns. So that is the map. So it looks like on the left, on Muck Fatsuzen, we have Muck, Charberg, Strange, and Contronaut. But it doesn't look like we have anyone from Make-A-Wish yet. Are you guys able to join the match?
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright,
is
there
it
we go.
yours?
Yeah, there's a... Oh, wait, no, wrong team.
/ join match. CC rules.
CC.
CC. I typed CC instead of ZZ.
Alrighty, so it looks like Muck Fatsuzen is Muck, Charberg, Strange, and Contronaut, whereas Make-A-Wish is Ski Trip, Subatomic Panda, and then Spy the Medic and Sean. So alrighty. So we have the teams. And looks like we're about ready to start. Alrighty, do I have the right source? Yes, I do. Alrighty, so it looks like the teams are just about here. We're just waiting on... Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Looks like both teams are ready, so let's get started. So, I said it before, but we'll do it again. Make-A-Wish is Sean, Spy the Medic, Sabatong, Panda, and Ski Trip. And Muck, Fatsuzen is Contranut, Charberg, Strange, and Muck. Alright, so we're ready, and we have started. Looks like Muck Fatsuzen's using a little bit of Boosto to get Contranut a little bit ahead. But it looks like the first one breaking through is Sabatonic Panda. Contranut not too far behind. Looks like Contranut's making his way into resources, whereas Sub is going straight for the Elemental House. And Contranut trying to go for the TNT supplies. Yes, those are TNT supplies. But missing the ladder drop, so that'll set them back a tiny bit. Alright. Looks like Sub has got the elemental chests. Looks like he went with air and earth, I think. Or earth and fire. Nope. He went with earth and air. Alright. So he's leaving the supplies for the rest of his team. Contranut's made it to the TNT supplies. Second time around. No one from Make-A-Wish has... Oh. Looks like Ski Trip's entering resources right now. He's going to be a little behind, but he is getting some shots on Contranut. And it doesn't look like he has any supplies to make it into the gold room yet, at least. Ski Trip using the vines to vine drop down to the TNT supplies as well. Missed the last sort of vine, so he took a good chunk of damage. It looks like Contranut doesn't really care too much about mining entirely in. He's just breaking the first iron bar to get the gold pickaxe to mine through the obsidian to enter the gold room. And looks like he's going to use that same... going to take the iron blocks from the gold room so that he can go straight to the diamond room. Meanwhile, Ski Trip has gotten the TNT supplies, taking a shot from Contranut, so he's at 1 heart, so he has to be careful, but looks like he's able to block himself in and is safe for the time being. Alright, elsewhere on the map. Looks like Sub is using the trees from the earth chest to make a little pathway up instead of using the smokestacks in third wall. So he's going to be making his way along this path. So he's going to be going for a rush on third wall. He has the knockback, or no, he has the speed boots. So a little bit of cover there. He has made it to the first island. No one from Muck Fatsuzen has made it over here. We do have Strange and Charberg over here at third wall, but Charberg just got taken out by Sean. So now it's up to Strange to try and stop Sub. Meanwhile, back at resources, Contronaut's made his way to the diamond chest, and it looks like he's using the same penis cannon to try and take out Make-A-Wish's diamonds. And looks like it got all 3 of the diamonds just before Ski Trip was able to make it. So their diamond room is completely gone. Looks like Ski is just mining through anyway to try and see if there's anything left for him. There is not. Looks like Contronaut did the same sort of cannon for... Yeah, it looks like he did the same sort of cannon for the gold room as well. So, really unfortunate. Ski Trip was able to get 2 of the gold blocks and 1 in the iron block. There is still the iron room. And Contronaut actually gets taken out by Ski Trip. All of their supplies are still here. And if Ski Trip decides to, he can make a quick little cannon to get rid of all of Muck Fatsuzen's supplies as well. We'll see if he's able to improvise a cannon before Contronaut can make it back to his stuff. And looks like that is what he's trying to do. Going for a quick little dry cannon. And Contronaut's able to make it back to his stuff. And the cannon doesn't go anywhere nearby, but Ski Trip gets taken out by the cannon, so really unfortunate for Make-A-Wish for the rest of their supplies. Contronaut still has the opportunity to go to the iron room, and it looks like that is exactly what he's doing. So looks like Muck Fatsuzen is going to be getting some nice supplies from resources. Right, back at third, Strange is still getting locked down by the medic and Sean, but where did... looks like Sabaton Panda ran out of supplies a little bit before making it, but he does have a bridge across to the very last island. Just needs to make to mine down, and he will have the first full touch. So it looks like Muck Fatsuzen is going for a resource advantage, whereas Make-A-Wish is going to be going for the third lockdown. We'll see how effective it is, but I don't know, we shall see. Alright, back at resources. Contronaut is making some armor. He has all of the iron blocks as well as a handful of the lapis blocks. And Ski Trip's just trying to get as much iron as he can, or just get any sort of iron or any sort of anything out of these resources. Looks like he was able to make it back to his stuff, so he still has that 1 iron block. And they're gonna have some nice iron armor. They're gonna be a little lacking on the diamonds, but it's not too much of an issue. The map is still doable with some diamonds. Looks like no one's gone for secondary resources from Make-A-Wish, but Muck has the efficiency pickaxe and was able to get the diamonds for Muck Fatsuzen. The elemental chest that they went for was water and earth, so we'll see how they make use of those potions and those supplies. So it looks like they used the earth chest to go for the diamond pick to get a nice lead on secondary resources without having to go straight for the iron room. back at third wool. Sub has made it back with the wool, so there is one wool secured for Make-A-Wish. It doesn't look like they're staying in the wool, so not too much of a lockdown going by. They are just shooting at third, but no real attempt has been made yet for Muck Fatsuzen. Conchanaut's made it to second wall, and it looks like he's going to be making an attempt on second wall sometime soon. There is no one here for there is Shawnee here for Muck Fatsuzen, but with just a normal bow, I don't think he's going to be able to do much against diamond armor. They do have the enchanting table set up. No enchants yet. It doesn't look like Conchanaut has the level. He has the experience bottles, but it doesn't look like he has the levels yet. So Muck Fatsuzen will have some enchants coming, some power bows, some enchanted armor. Enchanted armor will make it a lot more difficult for Make-A-Wish to deal with the diamond armor. And Charberg is geared up. Some nice armor. Muck taking an interesting path to the diamonds. It ends up perfectly with their base in the cave, but looks like he's been doing a lot of digging. And he has the blocks to prove it. Alrighty, we have some beds being set right now as it's turning night. Looks like Conchanaut has a power bow on him. Looks like Charberg has a power bow on him. Ski Trip is back with some iron armor. And a tiny bit more iron armor for the rest of his team. For any sort of resources, they're going to have to go to secondary resources soon. But diamond block is gone. They still have a small chunk of iron ore, or of diamond ore. But it looks like Muck's going to try his best to get rid of the rest of that. I'm not sure how effective that's going to be, but that is going to be a really big resource advantage for Muck Fatsuzen. Taking out some of the diamond, but also exposing some other diamond. And it looks like he's content with what he has done. It seems like that hole being used to drop some... Oh, nope, never mind. Not entirely sure where he got the TNT from, but either way, that is a really big resource advantage for Muck Fatsuzen. Make-A-Wish does have third secured, but they don't really have anyone over here locking it down. So they're all set up at third, just trying to prevent them from getting there, from getting to third, but anyway, to lock down there. An attempted cannon for Make-A-Wish, but it backfired a little bit. Trying to blow up the house, Muck Fatsuzen's house. Not really getting too much done there, but yeah, all of Muck Fatsuzen is over here in or around the cave. And a good chunk of, actually, everyone from both teams are in this last stretch of the map. Beds being set. Make-A-Wish opting for the bunker to set their bed. They don't really have a way out of the bunker, but they do have their bed set there. Looks like Charberg earlier did try to go for the potion supplies. He did get killed, but I'm not sure if anyone was able to grab them again. Yeah, I don't think anyone... I don't know. Either way, Conchanaut's making his attempt on second wall, and Subatomic Panda is trying to make his attempt. He's getting pestered with arrows over here. Strange doing a nice job of shooting, and Muck's going for a quick little dry cannon. Just trying to knock him out of his doors. And the second shot that just kind of flew out and missed the cannon was what took out Sub. Alrighty then. I'm not sure if you want to do that again to prevent the cannon from... Okay. little bit of TNT damage on the wall box. Seems to not have broken the chest yet, but it is blown open. Either way, Contranaut is just about done with the wall. And he is in, so that's the first full touch for Muck Fatsuzen. A really quick run on the wall. Yeah, nothing really else about it. Really fast run on second wall, and he's just gonna blitz his way out. He has the enchanted armor. Doesn't have any potions, but he has 3 doors. He should be just fine. No one's really over here shooting at him, and even if they were, Muck Fatsuzen is decked out in some really nice armor, so it'll be really difficult to take him out. But he's just about made his way out of the wall either way, being safe and taking out the pistons so that he doesn't get knocked out of the world. But yeah, playing with the wall. Well, he has some TNT, but he is lacking in the blocks. He has some ice, some TNT, some pistons, but not very many blocks. So he didn't really think that through too much. He has 14 blocks remaining. Another cannon being set up by Muck Fatsuzen. It's lined up perfectly with the upwards water section, so getting that is going to be really difficult for Make-A-Wish whenever they go after this section. And Contranaut finally taking some fire. He shouldn't have too much to worry about, however. He is... not entirely sure what he's doing. I don't know. He's taken some fire, but Charberg and Muck and Strange are providing some really nice cover, and he's going to be making this out very soon. Who's this, Sean? Yeah, Sean trying to push him out with the piston, but not really doing too much. And Contranaut is just about out of the wall. Mining the stairs to give him some extra blocks to make his way out. He just has this last stretch that he has to make out. To make it out. He has the wool to make it out. He has the extra ice block if he so desires, and that is the first wool secured for... that's messed up. First wool secured for Muck Fatsuzen. There we go. That's better. Alright. Muck with a bunch of cannons set up. It's going to be extremely difficult for Make-A-Wish to get this with all the cannons set up. There's one for this upward section. There's a cannon for this section. But yeah, the second wall is going to be extremely difficult to get. Muck and Full Enchanted Diamond with the Respiration 3 helmet and the knockback resistance. He has a power bow. He has the Efficiency Diamond pick. He has a bunch of TNT on him. This wall is going to be extremely difficult for Make-A-Wish to get, and just modifying the cannon a little bit to try and blow up on a hole in this cave. And almost exposing Sub's digging, able to blow up one of the walls that they secured. Not quite sure if he realizes that, but it looks like Ski Trip finally made an attempt on the secondary resources. He has some iron on him, and looks like he was able to get 16 diamonds, so that's a decent chunk for some armor. So they won't be too unprotected. They'll have a little tiny bit of protection. The question is whether they sacrifice some of those diamonds to get get an enchanting table, or if they just use all of it for armor. And Muck's still just trying to blow up in as many holes in this cave as possible so that Make-A-Wish has no protection. And doing a pretty nice job at it. Contranaut, actually all three of them are still in this cave just trying to cause havoc. And Strange making his attempt on first wall. Making a nice run at it. He has this first section cleared out. He still has this upward section that he has to make it past. Looks like there's a blaze somewhere in. Alrighty. Interesting place to be. But he still has this upward section. He doesn't have any fire resistance potions, but he does have a water bucket, so he won't be burning for too long. He also has a sharpness diamond sword. I'm just spleefing the flamebow skeletons. So this, oh, he's in a little bit of trouble. But this next upward section is going to be a little difficult with how many skeletons have spawned. Taking some damage, but he is safe now. Alright, we'll check back on him later. Most of my Fatsuzen's still in this cave. Make-A-Wish trying to make find some way through this cave. They have some sort of safe area dug out with the water wall, but there is a cannon lined up that can potentially get them trying to get out. Sub looks to have used all of the diamonds for armor, with 1 diamond remaining. Not enough for the enchanting table, so they won't have any enchanted bows. What they really need to do is run these 2 walls faster than Muck Fatsuzen can run these couple walls. Contranaut looks to be making an attempt on 3rd wall, with no one really in a position to try and stop him. They've watered the house right here so it can't get blown up, so they have some sort of pathway there initially. Looks like they tried tried to rebuild their cannon, and it blew off the ceiling. It something. But we're going to be seeing an attempt on 3rd wall pretty soon for Muck Fatsuzen. Looks like Strange has made it up to this section and is dealing with the skeletons. He's burning and he's almost dead, but looks like he's survived and is blocking up to heal a little bit. Just has a final stretch to make it to the wall room, so we should be seeing the red wall touch for them pretty soon. Looks like we don't have an attempt yet. We don't have an attempt on 3rd wall yet for Muck Fatsuzen, but they did block off their villagers. I still can't feel what their trades are. Okay. There we go. Stone pickaxe trade and an ender pearl trade. Looks like Muck Fatsuzen has used all of their trades for the ender pearls. Not quite sure who has them, but they do have the trades. Anyway, Strange is making his way to the final section. Having a little trouble with the flame skeletons, and he has some charged creepers coming after him, and he's gonna have to block off before he can make any more progress. Contranaut making his way back to the end of the map. He does have the 3 ender pearls on him. I must have missed it earlier, but he does have the 3 ender pearls. Those are some explosions. He has the 3 ender pearls, so looks like we will be seeing a run on that fairly soon. So Contranaut setting up a water wall for their supplies, so that they can't be cannoned. And this is what we do. Sub is making an attempt on 2nd wall. He has made some progress. A tiny bit of progress, but some progress. But again, the rest of the progress is going to be extremely difficult. We do have a cannon set up. Ski Trip seems to be using a few dry cannons to try and take out Muck Fatsuzen's cannons. So he's going to be making an attempt pretty soon. He's just about at full health. His diamond armor doing some really nice work against the power bow. And cannon almost blew up Muck Fatsuzen's cannon, but or dry cannon from Make-A-Wish almost blowing up Muck Fatsuzen's cannon, but Muck able to water wall it just in time. And Sub making a nice attempt on this wall. He is going to have to deal with their cannon that they have set up, and blocking, going up right there might not be the best option. So he's going to have to set up a dry cannon, or some sort of cannon, to take out Fatsuzen's cannon over here. And looks like there was too much charge on that, so Sub moving where his doors were. Looks like Strange was able to get the red wolf, so that's 2 wall touches for Muck Fatsuzen. All they need is third. Contranaut not making an attempt on third yet. They're focused on stopping Sub's run on this wall. And I'd say that's a good idea. This is all of the armor that they have, so if Muck Fatsuzen is able to take out Sub, they can pretty safely say that that they're not going to get this wall anytime soon. So taking out Ski is going to be a pretty big priority. Still some dry cannons coming up from Ski Trip. He ended up getting taken out by Contranaut, and they're just trying all they can to prevent Sub from getting this wall. These cannons are going to be a killer. Setting up another dry cannon, breaking Sub's doors, and he's at 2 hearts. Does he have any doors remaining? He does have 5 doors remaining, and looks like he's able to door up, but not too far from the cannon that Muck just set up. So we could be seeing the kill, cannon kill pretty soon. Again blocking up, but still in line with another one of their cannons. So let's take a look. And landing in the hole, so Sub is safe for the time being. But not quite sure how long he'll be safe. Dry cannon taking out the TNT that's inside of the wall, not really doing anything to the cannons. Muck does have around a stack of TNT, 53 TNT, so he'll be safe to do this for a long time. Looks like Sub taking out the water. Not quite sure about that strategy. It's now firing the cannon is just gonna destroy all the ladders that he just placed. And looks like Sub is just making his way out. He's at 3 hearts. All of Muck Fatsuzen is over here just trying to kill him. So he's doing a decent job of surviving for the time being. He does still have a ways to go though. So this wall is nowhere near being finished. He does have a decent stack of cobblestone. He's down to 3 doors, so he's gonna have to be careful. The water doing a nice job of catching the TNT before it makes it all the way to the bottom. So with these ladders, he could be secure in his door. Looks like Sub's just making an attempt to get back up here. Just taking so much fire from the entirety of Muck Fatsuzen. All of them have power bows, so this is not going to be easy. And it looks like this match is going to be stalemated until Muck Fatsuzen can take out Sub. Another cannon coming. Not being stuck in the water, almost taking out Sub. He's down to a heart. Does he have the food to regen though? He only has 9 pieces of bread. But Muck Fatsuzen using a decent amount of TNTs. Muck is down to around 30 TNT, 29 TNT. So he's gonna have to use it a little sparingly. And it doesn't look like anyone else has any TNT. Contranaut has a piece. So Muck can't use the TNT anymore just to scare off Sub. He's gonna have to use it just to get kills or just to take out some doors. It looks like that's what he tried to do. Timing was a little off though, and not able to take out the door. But he's trying again. And it does take out Subatomic Panda. So there goes all of their armor. There's a chest plate there. Or that's diamond pants there and an iron helmet, and that's about it. So really unfortunate for Make-A-Wish, but in terms of the general match, it seems like Muck Fatsuzen can finally disperse and actually make attempts on the wool. Looks like Spy the Medic is setting up a nice little lockdown area of sorts, so that he can actually try and prevent Contronaut from making some progress. He does have a safe bridge across to the first island though, so making some slow but steady progress. Does he have... He does not have any of the knockback resistance, so he's gonna have to be a little more careful. Looks like he's just mining some blocks. Lack of blocks seem to be the theme of a Contronaut will run this match. And so I'm just trying anything he can do to get something to keep running the wolves. It looks like Charberg has come to try and protect Contronaut, and his attempt on third wool. Spy the Medic is not in very much armor. That one shot did almost half of his health, so he's going to have to be careful, and I don't think he's going to be able to do too much to stop Contronaut with the PvP pressure from Charberg. Contronaut just getting some health, I think this is. I'm not quite sure. But looks like we're going to have an attempt pretty soon. Spy the Medic was taken out by Charberg, so Contronaut is free to run this as long as he chooses. And he's just about made it to the second island. And he is at the second island. Looks like he has slightly more blocks than before. Oh, looks like he doesn't care about the blocks and he's just underbarreling to this last island. So it looks like we're going to be getting a touch on third wool pretty soon for all three wools being touched for Muck Fatsuzen. Do we have anything at the Victory Monument yet? Nothing yet. No lockdown, no way up, so we're gonna have to stay tuned for that. And there's the third wool touch for Muck Fatsuzen. Just have to make it back safely, and then we'll have a victory run pretty soon. Sean looks to be trying to do as much as he can to try and like knock out Contronaut or something. He's just underpearling back to the second island, and he's gonna have to be a little careful. He does have the remaining ender pearl, but it looks like he doesn't care. He's just taking the staircase and has the wool secured on this last island, and has the wool safe and secured. So we're gonna have a victory run for Muck Fatsuzen fairly soon. Make-A-Wish still just trying anything they can to get anything done. Sub is mining some iron, although at this time they still have to run first wool, they still have to run second wool, and they still have to stop Muck Fatsuzen from victory running. So this is not going to be easy. Charberg's escorting Contronaut. Strange is making his way back too. So it's just up to... And Muck is in secondary resources? Okay. Sure. So there's no one locking down second wool for the time. Oh, no, Contronaut's... Not Contronaut, Charberg's locking down second wool. So it's going to be extremely difficult for them to get it, especially just getting it in time. They are making a run on first wool, but Ski Chip has just started the wool, and he's already dead. So here we are, they're back at the spawn. Looks like Contronaut's just using a pearl for the victory run, and the pearl whiffs. So it looks like he's just gonna pillar up. Just gonna have to pillar up. There is no one here, so he should be just fine. If he has enough blocks, that's the question. Yep, looks like he does. Lime wool, blue wool, and red wool. And that is the match. Alrighty. I don't know how delays are, so I'll wait a couple seconds before I post it. Alrighty. So that first match goes to Muck Fatsuzen. We still have one more match, one or two more matches, best of 3. So next we are getting next we're gonna play on Manifold Mania 2. Not quite sure what how the map situation ends up being, but yeah, we are gonna be seeing Manifold Mania 2. Alrighty. So I don't know if we're gonna be doing a sumo. We might not. But yeah. Not quite sure what's happening right now. Yeah. Okay, guess we're sumoing. Well. Alright, looks like Muck Fatsuzen won that one. Alrighty, so just a quick little tour of this map. I'm not entirely familiar with this, especially the updated version, but Victory Monument at the start. We have some tiny bit of resources down here. Can't open these chests. Right, yep, can't open any of these chests. Alrighty. Some gold tools down here in the chasm. There is a way to cross the chasm at the start. You just have to go down here and then you can cross the pre-made bridge. Another pre-made bridge over here. Power bow in here. There are no diamonds on the map and there is no enchanting on the map, so that is something to be aware of. Everyone's only going to have iron armor. Some supplies in these chests. Juggernaut potion with some regen and resistance. TNT supplies up here. Something in here. Infinity bow in here. We have a temple of sorts. First wall is down here. The entrance is at the bottom. It's a PvE and a PvP wall. You have to go through here. Lava's annoying. Open to PvP pressure. Mob spawning. And this way, and then link wall is over here. Stuff at the surface. There are resources down here. I'm not entirely sure where the entrance is. Here we go. Entrance is right here. And then there's some supplies in here, some chain armor over there. Up here, iron blocks. And then there's some supplies in here, stone pickaxe in there, flame bow in there. And various other supplies, gold, iron box in here, ender pearl, golden apples, etc. Second wall is in here. It's mostly PvE wall. It is open to the other side, but it's mostly PvE. Not too open. Yeah. And then at the end we have third wall, which is mostly open, with a lot of PvP pressure, or with a lot of PvE, as well as some iron blocks back here. So anyway, Muck Fatsuzen is ready. Looks like it's a 2v6 right now. Alrighty. Interesting. Alright, looks like the... Yep, nope. Yeah? No, this is just messed up. Okay. No, we have a... Okay, I'm just gonna disconnect once the match actually starts. Anyway. Alright, Make-A-Wish is ready. Just waiting on Muck Fatsuzen. Is everyone okay? Okay. Anyway. So Muck Fatsuzen won the last match with a massive resource advantage, with just about all their team having diamond armor and enchanted bows, with Make-A-Wish barely having any armor and no enchants. So we'll see how they end up taking on this map with no enchanting, no diamond armor, and just some iron throughout the map. There are some anvils. We can get some protection, some sharpness, and the likes. But there are no power books, so the only power bow is, I think the only power bow period. Alright, Muck Fatsuzen's ready, so we can stretch it. I think the only power bow period is in here. Alright, match has started. Looks like Spider-Matic having a little trouble with the spawn drop. PvP pressure at the start. Ski Trip trying to get a bridge across, but he gets shot immediately. Sub getting the first kill. And Contra getting a bridge across. He gets shot down as well, and also lands in the water. And looks like Ski just jumped out of the world. So Muck Fatsuzen already has a bridge across. Make-A-Wish just trying to get some sort of bridge as well. And everyone from Muck Fatsuzen isn't able to make it across. Ski trying to get some sort of a bridge, getting 2 blocks across. And looks like their bridge is jumpable, not nearly as safe. With both Ski and Sub missing. But Ski's able to make it across the second time. Alrighty. So Strange is in the swampy area. And looks like he might be taking on some resources soon. A lot of mobs spawning in this big room, causing a lot of the minecarts to start moving. Conchanaut getting taken out. Not too much happening. Sub has some leather armor, as well as the TNT supplies. The TNT supplies from up top, from up here, being used by Make-A-Wish to try and take out Muck Fatsuzen's cannon, also taking out all the supplies in this house. So, really nice cannon by Q-Chip over here, and just doing a good job to take away their cover over here. And Ski-Trip taking himself out with the TNT. Looks like Muck Fatsuzen is doing 2-man run on resources. Strange and Muck are in here. And looks like they have TNT supplies of their own. Gonna try and do some resource denying as well. Getting a little funky with the cannon. With building the cannon, but it is built. And we're gonna see some TNT going off pretty soon. So, Muck Fatsuzen still going with the TNT, resource denial strat. Taking out whatever was in this minecart. And doesn't look like they've gotten any of the iron yet. There's still 2 blocks in here. How many does Strange have? Strange has 2 blocks as well. So gonna have to be a little quicker with the timing to the iron block, and they do. There's still 1 iron block remaining, and we'll see if they opt to build another cannon. Muck still has 34 TNT, so he's gonna be making another cannon. So the iron in this room is about to be gone for Make-A-Wish. They still have the 4 iron in this room, so they're not too lost when it comes to iron. But this room is gonna be all for naught. Missing the cannon a little bit. Looks like the TNT fell back into the place. Doesn't look like he flipped. Yeah, there we go. Just trying to get rid of anything he can inside of here. And there goes that iron block, as well as the gold blocks attached to it. So this room is completely gone for Make-A-Wish. Where's everyone else? Q-Chip looks to have gotten supplies from underneath spawn. Looks like there were 5 iron blocks down here that I completely forgot about. So the resource yeah, there we go. There are all the iron blocks, and looks like Q-Chip is able to get all of those. So resource denial, not entirely, not nearly as effective as it was last time. On Elemental. Strange and Muck moving on inside of this room. They're going to be getting the iron from here. Muck's still at 17 pieces of TNT, so he's going to have a couple of chances to take out the iron in here. Cannon almost ruining his fun, but Muck able to save himself there. So we're going to be having a cannon coming up pretty soon. Muck is only down to 11 TNT, so he's only going to have 1 or 2 shots left, but he is able to take out a good chunk of the blocks in here. Gotten 2 of them. And looks like he's trying to get at least one of those other blocks with the rest of his TNT. He only has 6 pieces left, so he's only gonna have one more shot if he desires. Looks like he's moving over just to get this block. So these resources are gonna be just about completely diminished for Make-A-Wish. They're still gonna have the anvils and the enchanting books if they decide to go for them, but the rest of the supplies are gonna be gone. Strange is in the anvil area. And it looks like Muck's just gonna go for a quick little dry cannon. So he's just trying to figure something out. Oh. Alright. He actually hit it. Okay. But it goes straight to where the other cannon is firing. So he's down to 2 TNT. Nothing really he can do with it anymore. So I think we're still 2 iron blocks inside of here. And nothing to really get rid of the anvils or enchanted books. So at least for these resources, it seems pretty clear that Muck Fatsuzen was able to come out successfully there. But yep. Oh right, I need to disconnect. But it seems like Make-A-Wish is going to be just fine with the resources that they got from here. Sean is in full iron. And where is the rest of their team? Their entire team is inside of here. Alrighty. They're setting up a cannon inside of the swamp. And able to take out Contranaut. Hit a handful of supplies on him, a decent chunk of TNT, but he was able to place a water bucket to protect the potion supplies. They're still vulnerable, and I think a couple more shots and they'll be able to take out the potion supplies. Oh, not quite. There is the strength and speed potion, so taking out that will be really helpful for the PvE wolves, and almost. They're so close to taking it out. That seems like they were able to take out the TNT that was there. Just some faster timing and they'll be able to hit it. Meanwhile, Strange and Muck are making their way out of resources, and they are out safely. They're trying so hard to get rid of that potion chest, but they're not being successful. It looks like they're just making some sort of base over here behind this cannon. All of Muck Fatsuzen is at first wall. Interesting strategy. And it looks like they're setting their bed in here as night is falling. Watering the, or at least trying to water the pyramid so that their bed is safe. We'll see how safe it is. But it doesn't look like we have any attempts on any wool yet. Just yet. Looks like a witch has fallen inside of their cannon, able to poison Spy the Medic. So he's gonna be at half a heart for a long time. And still no real wool attempts. Muck Fatsuzen does have their resources out and seems to be making their base entirely in here. What would probably work for them is just tearing down this front wall and moving it back some so that the water falls in front of them and can't be taken out by the cannon that Ski Trip is conveniently building right now. So we'll see. They are just watering inside of here, so the cannon's not going to do too much. Not going to be able to do too much, but it does take out a lot of bows and arrows, but they seem to have waterfalled successfully, so cannon's not going to be doing too much anytime soon. still everyone from like Fatsuzen is over here. Whereas Make-A-Wish is a little more spread out this time. Sean being eyed by another witch, or Sean being eyed by a witch this time, and ends up getting it straight with a potion. So he's going to be at half hour for a long time as well. And looks like Sub is making a run on second wall, and he's having a little trouble. He's able to survive for the time being at half a heart. He does have a health potion on him. He does have a strength 2 potion on him. He does have the actually, he's currently using a strength 2 potion. He gets strength 2 potions. Ends up getting taken out by a zombie. So not too bad of a run so far for Sub. He's actually made finished a good chunk of this wall. I think he was at just about at the end. Where did he die? He died right here. So he still had a little ways to go, but able to finish a good chunk of this wall safely. Conchonot is in full enchanted iron. Strange is in most enchanted iron chestplate with the sharpness 2 sword. And Muck is in projectile protection chestplate. Protection 2 chestplate and mostly chain. And Linster's walking around in some leather. So everyone is right around this area. The only real attempt on a wall so far has been Sub's attempt on second wall, and it seems like he's going to be going back in there. I think we found the source of the witches. So we have some strength potions being brewed by Make-A-Wish. Sub is at 4 hearts. So he's going to have to heal up a little bit before he can go too far. But he should be able to make it back to his stuff just fine. No one real over here. Oh, Strange is in here, so he has an opportunity to shoot at him. And it looks like Ski Trip is joining him with the Infinity Bow. So Ski is going to try and prevent Strange from moving forward. It's going to be a little difficult. He has a protection chestplate, he has full iron, so it's not going to be nearly as easy as trying to stop Sub, who's in leather. But it looks like he is able to make it back to his stuff. And is using the strength 2 potion, so he's going to be one-shotting everything in his path. Does get hit by the cave spider though. And it seems like cave spiders are going to be an issue for him. Especially starting out at low health, he's going to have to light up this corner and neutralize the cave spiders before they get too bad. So Strange is making his way. He has the sharpness 2 sword, but no enchanted bow. Obviously, looks like Make-A-Wish is gonna try and set up their lockdown inside of here. Gonna be a little more difficult. Muck who's shooting from the surface, but it looks like they're trying to set up some sort of cannon over here to prevent Strange from progressing. Kind of questionable cannon placement being right across from the cave spider spawner. So they're gonna have to be careful to not take that out. Otherwise, that's just doing more to help Strange than it is to stop him. But cannon is mostly set up. They still need a final wall on it, but it's just about there. So it looks like Sub's strength potion is just about to run out. He has made it up this corner. Still this couple cave spiders remaining. And that one just killed itself. So this corner is just about done. And he just has to make it to this last stretch and up to the very top. And then that's going to be the first full touch of the game. Spy the Medic gets taken out by Strange. So it's one less person working on the lockdown. Oh, and with a cannon. Or just a creeper. He has the cannon set up and loaded. He just has to be fearful of a flame bow or the likes. He's getting shot at by Muck. He's blocked off. And should be fine from arrow fire, but he is peeking out to try and prevent Strange. Sub taken out by Muck, so that's going to delay the first Wool Touch as well. Sub taken out back here. So, yeah. Contranaut seems to be making an attempt on first Wool. He's made a little bit of progress. He still has a ways to go, but he's making some progress, bridging across lava with some wood. Very bold choice. But he should be able to run this just fine. He has the enchanted iron, and it doesn't seem like there's anyone nearby from Make-A-Wish to try and prevent him from moving on. A little bit of creep with troubles, but he's able to survive. Sub and Strange, Sub and Spy being taken out by Strange. Ski is still here with his loaded cannon. Ready to try and stop Strange potentially, but it seems like Strange is the one stopping the rest of his team. So we'll see. We will see. Looks like Muck has entered second Wool to try and get a better shot. Muck is in second Wool and Linster's in second Wool, as well as everyone from Make-A-Wish is here. So kind of an interesting battle on second Wool, especially since I just said that this is the Wool that's not really PvPable. Cannon fired from Ski Trip, taking out one of the cave spider spawners. One of them still remains, but one of them is definitely gone, so that's a little questionable, especially because it didn't do too much other than that. Spider-Man being taken out by Strange as well. So while everyone from Make-A-Wish is over here, Contranaut's back here, making his run on third Wool. And it seems like he's able to get the first Wool Touch, but he still has to make his way out. It's not possible to pass around from the Wool Box, so he's going to have to make it past these. Nope, he's just going to end pro. Alright, that works. So he's made it out of here, just fine. And with no one over here to try and stop him, except maybe the Blazes in the Void Lane, it should be the first Wool Touch pretty soon. The Wool Touch should be secured fairly soon. So here we are back inside of third Wool. Looks like Ski Trip's cannon blew up. Not sure if it was self-inflicted, but that cannon is gone, so Strange is going to be able to move on fairly quickly. He is still getting shot at, but the cave spider spawner is mostly lit up, able to prevent getting poisoned. And he's just going to move on. So that little lockdown that Make-A-Wish dedicated their entire team to is not really surviving yet, especially since they don't have the wool. So the more time they're spending in here, the longer mobs are spawning inside of here. Ski Trip is moving on, trying to save supplies, but he's dealing with the mobs that have piled up in here, trying to deal with the cave spiders. And it looks like he might be the one running this, maybe not. Okay. Creeper blows up away from the stuff, but it does knock Ski Trip down to a heart. So, looks like Strange is making his way forward, blocking off the void lane so he doesn't get knocked out. So a really interesting battle in second. Not the wool I would have predicted to be locked down by either team, or to have a team-wide battle across, but it's interesting. So we have Sean in here, we have Spider-Man in here, Ski Trip is over here, and Sub looks to be going for resources. Not gonna be too useful for them, especially the room that he's going for right now that is completely gone. But he is going to be able to get to the enchanting if he desires. He's getting shot at by Linster, so it's not going to be a free ride. He does have the power bow, it's just about dead, but it is there. Worst comes to worst, they do get a set of chain armor out of here, as well as the enchanting, but not too much to be gained from these resources. there are the 2 iron blocks, so there is that. There is that. It looks like he's gonna be getting, as well as this minecart, the flame bow that survived. Anyway, looks like Muck has just joined Strange to run this wall. We already have affiliate, or we are qualified for affiliate, so I'm not quite sure what he's talking about. But anyway, Muck just blitzing through here, letting the creepers do all the work for him. Able to light up this cave spider spawner. Strange taking out the other cave spider spawner, or lighting up the other cave spider spawner. And Conchonite gets taken out by a creeper. Trying to take on third wall. Alrighty. So it looks like Conchonite made it back to his stuff and is continuing his run on third wall. And Strange still doing a nice job of locking down Make-A-Wish from the wall that they were locking down, or trying to. Ski Trip has made it back to his stuff and is just trying to sort through all of it, which is proving to be a little more difficult than he's expecting. There's a ton of stuff in here that he's gonna have to sort through. But it looks like Sub was able to make it to the enchanting room and get the enchanted books and anvil. And is back on the surface with some enchanted chain, sharpness 2 sword, and the rest of their stuff is out here in the open. So it looks like he's going to be making a better geared attempt on one of the walls. Maybe first, because there's no one really over here. Linster was the only one that was really there, but he's come to help with the second lockdown, or just run on second. So this would be a really good time to run first wall. So we'll see what he ends up doing. Looks like that's exactly what he's doing. mining down the wood, to chopping down the wood to get some blocks, and doesn't look like there's going to be anyone over here to prevent him from getting first wool. But Conchanaut's making his run over here, and it looks like he's close to the end. It looks like he's about halfway done. But we'll keep posted on him. Strange. Looks like his sharpness 2 sword broke, and looks like Muck his bow broke, so he's resorted to finishing off the flame bow. So he's not going to be too useful over here until he gets another bow. Ski Trip just making a run for it. Lighting up a decent chunk of it. The Creeper's breaking his torches, but he's able to replace them and just has this last upward stretch that he needs to make it through. Oh no. Oh, okay. He survived. So he's just needs to make his way up. There are some good chunk of cave spiders that have piled up from Sean being here and constantly running the spawner. So that's going to be a little difficult to make it through. As well as the PvP pressure. Minster's over here shooting at Sean, not really caring too much about Ski for the time being. And there's Sub. Looks like he did make his run on first wool, and he does have it. So it's a first wool touch for both teams. And both teams have pink wool, opting not to use the ender pearl. I don't think he has the ender pearl, but to bypass this section. But he did make it past all those blazes, blazy. I don't really know, but able to make it past there, and he's gonna secure this wool soon. Meanwhile, Ski Trip seems to have taken out all the cave spiders and is just about at the wool box for third wool. So, very quickly, Make-A-Wish went from not having any wool touches to leading in wool touches. So, they still have to make it out with third wool. It's going to be a little difficult with all the PvP pressure in here, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Meanwhile, making third wool, Conchanaut is slowly but surely making his way through here. Still has a couple rooms to go, but he is making his way through. Meanwhile, Make-A-Wish has not touched any of their third wall. Spythematic is over here, watching Conchanaut run the wall, but doesn't really have a bow to do anything about it. There are a ton up here, but not really doing anything, able to do anything about it. Iron block's still over here that no one's gone for. And Ski Trip is making his way out. Gonna have a little trouble making his getting all the way out. Doesn't seem like he's heading out actually. Looks like he's a little more interested on trying to stop Strange, but having a little trouble from Skeleton, not Skeleton, Spider, taking me down. He's at half a heart right now. Half a heart right now, so his path out is not going to be easy, but he is getting there, slowly but surely. Strange still having a little trouble finishing. He's just has this last stretch and last upward section. Doesn't seem like Linster's spent too much time over here, at least as much as Sean has, activating the spawner, cave spider spawners, so there aren't nearly as many cave spiders in here for Muck Fatsuzen's team, or Muck Fatsuzen, as there have been for Make-A-Wish. But they are making progress. Ski Trip making progress getting out of here. yeah. It looks like Subatomic Panda is making his run on third wall. He has strength potions. He has a lot of strength potions. Currently has 3 8-minute strength potions, so he can very well have strength for the rest of this match. Conchonaut making his way through here as well. Still has 2-ish rooms left to go, but he is making progress. Not strange. Sub getting kamikazed by some spiders, cave spiders, and he's gonna survive. He's gonna block up and heal right next to a cave spider spawner that's not lit up, but he is alive for the time being, and he's actually activating 2 cave spider spawners, so that's a thing. Looks like he's opting to mine through the bedrock corners to get up to the catwalks. It does look like he has some regen potions. No, he doesn't. Alright. So he's able to take out one of the cave spider spawners. Still has 1 remaining. Looks like Conchonaut was taken out by a cave spider. So their run on third wall is going to be delayed. So we'll see how quickly Sub can run this wall. Muck and Linster are over inside of third, and they're gonna try and stop Sub as much as they can. He is healing right now from the cave spiders. He's at 2 hearts, and now he has Muck and Linster to worry about. And it looks like Ski Trip has made his way out with Lime Wall. So that's 2 walls secured for Make-A-Wish. And Muck Fatsuzen is just about got second wall. They still have this last upward section that they need to worry about. But it seems like all the cave spitters are doing the work for them and just killing themselves. But Sean and Spy are here trying their hardest to stop Strange. He is halfway through an Iron Sword, so it's not going to survive for too much longer. And with all these creepers... Oh! Taking some damage. But all the creepers and the PvP pressure. Looks like Strange is just stopping for some TNT to try and take out the spawners. Able to take out the creeper one, which is arguably the more threatening of the 3. So, getting a little lucky with the TNT explosion. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. But he's gonna be healing up for a little bit. Oh, nope, he's just gonna keep going. Nope. Okay. Anyway, back to third wall. Looks like Conchonaut is making another attempt with some leather armor. Here's some sand to help him. Sub is struggling to progress here with Muck and Lidster over here trying to shoot him and stop him. So he's struggling a little more, even though he has the strength potions. Having as many 3 8-minute ones proved to be a little more helpful than he probably realized whenever he did that. Again, taking shots from Conchonaut and Muck. He's gonna have to heal up before he moves on. Ski Trip seems to have come over here to try and help him out. He has a tiny bit of armor on him as well as some TNT. But he's gonna get taken out by Silverfish. What's gonna prove to be really difficult for Sub is getting up through here with potentially two people shooting at him. Meanwhile, Conchonaut's is making his way through here. He's just about at his gear that he lost before. If he's able to make it back there, this last section shouldn't be too difficult. but does he have a pick? He does have a pick. So he's able to get all of his supplies back. Yeah, not quite all of it. But a good majority. He does get poisoned through the corner by a cave spider. So he's gonna have to let that wear off first before he can move on. But Sub is making some progress. He's able to make it to the upward section without Muck noticing, but he has made it to said section on their lane, so he's ready to shoot him as soon as he comes out. Sub really needs some PvP pressure to help him out, because he's about to get taken out. Oh, he's able to survive. Oh, nope, he gets taken out by a silverfish. Looks like all of his gear has survived, but getting back to it is not going to be as easy. Ski Trip is geared up a little bit, so the real race is going to be who can get this third wall first, because Strange has just about got this second wall. Sean being taken out by Linster, and Spider-Medic is really the only one over here to try and shoot at Strange, and he's down to 3 hearts. So this is going to be a second wall touch pretty soon for Muck Fatsuzen. Strange is just about at the wall box. Spy is getting some shots on him, but it's, especially with that protection too, it's not going to be too useful, and that is second wall touch for Muck Fatsuzen. So again, all the eyes are on this third wall. Contronaut definitely has a lot more progress and a lot less PvP pressure that he has to deal with. Excuse me. Although it looks like Muck has left his position at third wall. Sub is just trying to get re-geared as much as possible. He has an iron sword, he has sharpened sword, a leather chestplate, and Muck actually might be getting re-geared as well and heading back. Nope, he doesn't have anything on him. Oh, okay. Anyway, Contronaut doesn't seem to be too interested in... Is this the wool box? Yeah, that is the wool box, alright. Contronaut doesn't seem too interested in breaking any of the spawners or cleaning out any of the mobs. So he's just bridging across the catwalks. Ski Trip has a bed in here. I don't think he's able to set it though. Not for another couple minutes. But Muck has made it back to third wall and is just causing a lot of pain for Make-A-Wish. Meanwhile, Contronaut's just about made his way to the wool box. Just has to drop down and he'll be good to go. Looks like he's going to be digging down over here. He's plenty of picks, so he's nothing really to worry about. And he's just about at the wool box. And that is all 3 wolves touched for Muck Fatsuzen. So he still has to make his way out. It shouldn't be too difficult, because aside from this room, he has it just about cleared out. He has to make it across here, but he's able to get there, and then the rest of this area is just cleared out. So meanwhile, Linster seems to have joined Muck, and Strange is not too far behind in trying to make this wall as much of a pain for Make-A-Wish as possible. Do they have TNT? That is a question. Yes, Muck does have TNT, so this tiny little base that they have set up is not gonna survive very long. They're putting all their gear in here, and it's not really gonna last too long. Contronaut's making his way up, making his way out. He's extremely close to being out. Yep, so there's a cannon. Looks like Muck's just opting for a dry one. Yep. Just going for a dry cannon. Almost. Yeah! Doing some damage to Conchanaut, and that cannon takes out all the supplies they had, takes out the ski trip, and takes out the bed that they had. So Sub is in full iron, but he's going to have to make an extremely quick run on this. The supplies that he had up here are still alive, but they'll probably despawn extremely soon. So Sub is going to have to make an extremely quick run on this. Nope, it looks like they just despawned. Yep, they all just despawned. So with Muck Fatsuzen on a victory run right now, I find it incredibly... It's going to be incredibly difficult for Make-A-Wish to finish this. Strange has 2 of the walls on him. He doesn't have pink wool. Conchanaut has 2 of the walls on him, including pink wool. So it looks like Strange is just going to be placing the 2 walls he has, and then Conchanaut's going to come along with the pink wool. Oh, nope, there's some pink wool. Looks like Strange is going for the victory run. He's just about there. Conchanaut is over here as well. Conchanaut placed the other 2 walls. What? What? There we go. Anyway, that needs to be fixed, but oh well. So that is the victory for Muck Fatsuzen. They won the 2 matches. I'm not okay, well, there's the paste HTML. Anyway, so that's the victory in the Throwdown for Muck Fatsuzen. Able to take it over Make-A-Wish, beating them in Elemental and beating them in Manifold Mania 2. So, really nice games. The second one was a lot closer than the first one. With the resource denial not really working as strong for Muck Fatsuzen on this map, but the PvP, they just couldn't overcome it at 3rd or 2nd, so yep, that's it. I think they want to play Arcane Realms, but I probably can't stream it, so yeah. I'm just gonna end it here. If they want to play Arcane Realms, they can play it if they want, but in my eyes, the Throwdown's over, so I'm just gonna end it here. So thank you guys for watching. I know this isn't the official channel, but it was a Throwdown, and matches for the annual championship will continue later in the week on the official channel RFW or twitch.tv/RFWAC. So yeah, tune in there for more matches later in the week, and I will see you guys later.